Are you getting ready to take the Praxis Early Childhood Education exam? That's test code 5025, which measures topics in mathematics, numbers, and operations, which we'll take a look at today. Hi, my name is Morgan, and I am a Praxis coach with Study.com, and I've also been teaching for over 8 years. Today, we're going to look at some examples like you'll be seeing on the exam. Let's get you feeling confident for test day. Ready? All right, let's take a look at this first question. A math teacher is trying to teach her students about shortcuts in math. She started a lesson about increasing place value patterns and was hoping students would find patterns behind the numbers. She started showing students this. 8 plus 9 equals 17. 80 plus 90 equals 170. What number sentence would come after 80 plus 90 equals 170? So the key point here is that we are working with place value, and we know that place value is in multiples of 10. So we want to make sure that we are evenly distributing that place value of 10, which is essentially adding an extra zero on to every single term here. So when we look at the options, this first one is changing up the equation altogether. We're working with subtraction, which would be a different lesson. Here, you can see that they added the extra zero to the 80, making it 800, but they didn't do the same to the 90, so that would be incorrect. This one, we've added it to both the 80 and the 90, making it 800 and 900. And then just to verify down below, you'll see that they didn't evenly add that extra zero. So the correct answer is 800 plus 900. All right, this next question says, which of the following is equal to 5/3? So it's important to remember that 5/3, that fraction, can be thought of as a division symbol. So this would be the same as 5 divided by 3, which we could see written this way, just like this is 5 divided by 3 in this way too. We can find that answer right here, 5 divided by 3. Let's take a look at this next question. A first grade teacher wants to teach their students about place value by decomposing numbers. The teacher shows the jar of coins and tells them that the total value of the coins in the jar is $48.76. How would the teacher teach the students to decompose 48.76 so that the students could understand place values? So an important thing to remember when you're decomposing a number is that when you recompose it or add it together, it should give you the same value. So when we look at this first expression, while it has the right digits, if we were to add 4 plus 8 plus 0.7 plus 0.6, we would get, I believe, 13.3, which is definitely not 48.76. So that is not going to be the correct answer. As we look at some of these other options, we want to think about how to properly decompose the number. And just like the first one, we want to break it down into each of its place values, as it indicates here. And so in option 3, they combined 2 place values when they did the 48 as well as the 0.76. So that is not going to be the correct answer. This fourth option here is breaking it down into different denominations of money, and that's not the point of this question. We're trying to get to place value. So the correct answer that correctly breaks each of these down into their place values, the 4 is representing a 40, the 8 is an 8, we have a 10th, 0.7 in the 10th place, and 0.06 in the 100th place. So that would be our correct answer. This last question says, which of the following 2 fractions would be helpful to use when comparing 2/3 and 2/5? So I'm going to go ahead and write those fractions out here, 2/3 and 2/5. And the way that we need to compare fractions is we need to get the denominators to be equivalent. So I have to think of a number that both 3 and 5 multiply into. And because there's both such small numbers, the best number is just multiplying those together and thinking of 15. So to make 3 a 15, I would need to multiply by 5. So I'm actually going to multiply both the top and bottom of this fraction, the numerator and the denominator, by 5/5, as well as over here, to make the 15, I'm going to need to multiply by 3/3 or 3/3. Now, when I go to actually multiply these, I'm going to just multiply straight across. So 2 times 5 would give me a 10/15. And 2 times 3 would give me a 6 fifteenths. So comparing 10/15 and 6/15 is useful for comparing 2/3 and 2/5. So our correct answer is down here at the bottom, 10/15 and 6/15. I hope this was helpful and you're feeling a little bit more confident for test day. If it was, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more helpful content. If you're looking for even more ways to study, be sure to check out study.com. As a member, you'll get access to short targeted video lessons, extra study materials, and hundreds of practice questions like the ones we just went over. We'd love to hear about your experience and what else we can do to help you get ready for your test. Study well and good luck on your test!